Hi, don't mind the way I look because we're under freaking quarantine, so this is what I look like, okay? It's Saturday, March 21st. Happy spring. It's 12:07 in the afternoon. Unless you've been living under a rock, you know about Miss Rona and the craziness she's causing. The last update I did was after our first round of tests. I was planning on doing this other update after our second round of tests, which we were about to finish. We had our mental health one a couple weeks ago on Wednesday, and then we had our med surg one a week ago on Monday, and then we were supposed to have our last one, our patho one, this Monday that just passed, but it never happened. We also just barely started clinical last week. We had our first 2 days. They were fun, dude. I've been looking forward to med-surg clinicals all semester, so like the fact that we finally were getting to it, like I was so excited. Like I was over here giving medications, checking IVs, like, you know, all that stuff, and now we're not gonna do it anymore. The last week that we were at school, a lot of our teachers were talking about what measures would be taken if school did decide to transition everything to online. We didn't think it was actually gonna happen. I even remember telling my friend Louise, like, dude, they keep talking about it, so there's probably a high chance that they're gonna transition to online, right? Like, that's what this means. But like, we just were not sure. Wednesday evening we were at clinical, and that's when we started hearing about all these other schools going online. U of I, ISU, the campus that we were already on, Illinois State. So we were like, oh great, it's just about time that they announced UIC going online. And not only UIC, but all of the little like colleges within UIC, which, because like we're a college of nursing, so sometimes like the measures that they take are a little bit different, like they're adjusted kind of. So yeah, Wednesday evening is kind of when everything started to go down. Our instructor was like, you know what, it's gonna be okay, like I really hope I get to see you guys next week, but I just have a feeling that we're not gonna complete a full clinical rotation. I was like, no, like, oh my god, this instructor is the best. Oh my god, I've known her for 2 days and I love her, and she has taught me so much already, and I'm just really sad that, like, you know, it's just, it sucks, dude. It really sucks. But yeah, on Thursday we started hearing even more stuff that classes were going to transition online, because I think at that point UIC had announced that they were going to go online, but then on the very bottom of the email it said that for all the little like colleges within UIC, like wait till you hear from your directors, because there might be like different instructions. On Saturday they officially announced, okay, you guys are not coming in on Monday, you're starting your spring break on Monday, and it's gonna be 2 weeks long. So we were like, wait, we have a test on Monday. What do you mean? Like, are we still taking the test? Should we stop studying? Basically, the test ended up getting canceled. We're taking the test as soon as spring break is over. And then yesterday, we got an email saying that all clinical and lab simulations were gonna be made up online, which I don't really understand how that's supposed to help us in any way. Because, like, we've done these thing called VSIMs in class before, and to be honest, they suck. I honestly don't understand how that's supposed to help us like in real life. And it's just, it's not the same. It's really not the same as getting that in-person experience with real patients who have real pain and who need real medications. And, you know, like, our instructor was gonna have us do so much. Like, I've heard that people get to start IVs during this rotation. People get sent down to the OR in this rotation. Like, she makes you call physicians on this rotation. Like, oh my god, so many experiences that I would have loved to have. Like, dude, I almost started crying when they told us that we were not gonna have like any in-person clinical anymore, because like this is like, oh, this is what I wanted. Like, our clinicals last semester, like, we were basically doing CNA work. We were basically helping the techs on the floor. Like, we barely ever got to pass meds. Like, I got to pass meds twice. On our first full day on the floor on this rotation, I gave an IM injection, and I gave 7 o'clock PO meds and 9 o'clock PO meds. That's 3 different times I give medications in one day. So like, this is the rotation where we were actually gonna like start doing stuff for real, you know? And like, I was so excited. I'm a very strong believer that everything happens for a reason. So I don't know why the heck this is happening, but I know for some reason this is happening, and for some reason we're not making this up in person. Like, we all thought that we were gonna maybe have to go in over the summer and make up these clinicals. I 100% would rather drive down to Springfield over the summer to make them up, because this online stuff, I mean, this online stuff is not gonna help us. I don't know, I'm just afraid that we're missing out on like on so many learning opportunities in clinical, and then in the class portion of it, I'm just afraid that I'm not gonna get as good of a grade as I would if we were having regular class, you know? Like, I've taken a few online classes in my community college, and they were all right, but that's because they were easy classes, very easy classes, and these are not easy classes. So I'm just afraid that I'm not gonna do as well, you know? Oh, I haven't even told you the best part, bro. Oh my god, they made everyone move out. UIS sent us an email. When was this? I think this was on, oh fuck, when did they send us an email? They sent us an email on Tuesday saying we need everyone to move out. Unless you absolutely have nowhere to go, you can apply for an extension and then maybe we'll approve it. But if you have like a permanent home address or like a permanent home, you need to pack up your stuff and go. And so they sent us this email on Tuesday, and so the final deadline for everyone to be out is Friday. So that was yesterday. But since they didn't want a bunch of people being there at the same time, you know, being like a crazy mess, they put us a schedule. So they were like, okay, all the Bluebell apartments, that's me, Bluebell, needs to be out by Wednesday at Wednesday by 6. And I was like, it's Tuesday, tomorrow's Wednesday. Bro, do you want to know when I came back from Springfield? Monday morning. Okay, so look, this is the timeline. Sunday, I'm in Springfield. Monday morning, I drive over to Evanston. I'm here on Monday night. Tuesday morning, Tuesday afternoon, we get an email. Oh, you have to come back to Springfield, pack up your shit and leave. Okay, Tuesday night, we're here. Wednesday morning, we drive to Springfield, pack up my stuff, drive back over to Evanston. So it's like, you could not have told me this a day before. And as much as I hated that town, bro, like, it was just kind of sad packing up all my stuff, you know, and like, oh, like, I miss my friends, and like, I can't see my friends right now because of this whole quarantine thing, and like, yeah, it kind of sucks. I was supposed to have a job interview on Monday because I applied to go back to the hospital I used to work at as a CNA. I made an appointment to do an interview over my spring break since I was like, oh, well, I'm gonna be home that week, I might as well do the interview. But with everything going on, I emailed her and she was like, oh yeah, I was gonna ask you if we can do a phone interview instead. So we're gonna do a phone interview, and I guess since I'm back home for the rest of the semester, I'm gonna tell her that like I can start right away basically. And I don't know if they're gonna let me do that because of the whole corona thing, but like, I've already worked there for a year before, so I feel like they kind of should let me. I'm not really scared of the coronavirus. I'm just scared of like how the world is like shutting down because of it, you know? If I started working at the hospital with all this corona stuff, I don't know what extra measures we would have to take in my house. I don't know if like my room would just be like a quarantine room for me, or like, I don't know. My mom was telling me how in New York they started asking like med students and nursing students like to come in and help in the hospitals and stuff. And my mom asked me, oh, if that was the case in Illinois, like if they were asking for nursing students to go and help in the hospitals, would you go? And I was like, honestly, 100% I would go. Absolutely, I would go. The thing about this whole pandemic thing, like, I feel like it's actually showing me like how much I really want to do this like nursing thing. Because like the whole point of me doing this is because I like to help people, you know, and this is when people need it the most. Like this is when people need nurses the most, doctors the most. Like people need help like right now more than ever. And I feel like if I'm willing to put myself out there and like risk getting infected and everything, it just like proves to me like how passionate I really am about all of this. I think I picked the right career. That is not coronavirus, I promise you. I haven't been outside. That was just, I got some coffee and it's making my throat a little, you know, so no worries. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it for this update video. If you guys liked it, let me know. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more stuff from me. Guys, please be careful out there, especially if you work in healthcare. Bouillon girl, I'm talking about you. Please be careful. If you work in grocery stores, places like that, just please wash your hands, use hand sanitizer, cover your coughs, cover your sneezes, like all the precautions that everyone is telling us to do. Please take them seriously. Socially distance yourself. Oh my god, please just do it. It's only for a little bit. And if we do all of this right, it's not gonna last a long time. Before we know it, it's gonna be over. But we all have to cooperate, you know? I cannot stress the hand washing enough, please. I don't want to be in quarantine for a long time, and I know neither do you. So we all have to work together. We all have to cooperate. And with that, I will see you all in my next one. Okay, bye.